Hey now, so we are on to my second video of the day, autograph analysis of Bill Dickey. Uh, for those of you who are not aware who Bill Dickey is, you should be. He was probably one of the greatest catchers of the 20th century. Wasn't quite on the 27 Yankees. His first year was 1928, but he played with Ruth, Gehrig, DiMaggio. He overlapped a lot of the players, and he was just an outstanding catcher, an outstanding hitter. It's amazing he wasn't a first ballot Hall of Famer. I think he maybe was just overshadowed by all the other great players that the Yankees had at the time. But he did get in. I think he got in around the seventh or eighth ballot. And he was always around baseball. And he lived a nice long life. He lived to like 1993, I want to say. And he was like one of the last players to pass away right before I really started getting into the Baseball Hall of Fame autographs. And I remember thinking to myself, maybe I should mail to him. I was reading there was mixed success with him mailing to his house in Arkansas. And there was supposed to be a private signing with him because he did quite a few of them, even though he wasn't making in-person signings. He was doing private signings, and unfortunately, he passed away of old age. So I never got around to actually acquiring him in person. But the good thing is he did participate in a lot of private signings, so his autograph is not rare. What else I thought was interesting is, I always reference these two books I have. So this was one of the first autograph books I ever got. This came out like in the mid 1990s. And excuse me, what it says about Bill Dickey's autograph in here basically is the only thing consistent about it was how inconsistent he is. But it's funny. I read Ron's book and he says he's pretty consistent. And so I did like a deep dive into his autograph. And I got to be honest with you, the autographs I'm aware of his are more, let's say, the later in life autographs when he was signing towards the end, when he participated in the mass signings. His autograph got a little more shaky, but it was very consistent. There's certain things I always look for. So if you have an autograph of his, it's probably good, but let's do a little bit further deep dive into the autograph analysis of the one and only William Bill Dickey. So I'm going to start with the autograph I have, and I just have a signed check of his. And I got this. This is one of the first deceased autographs I got who was deceased at the time. And the reason why I got it is I remember they put a bunch of checks in. I like the full names. And this was before Ron's books even came out when I bought this autograph. And I was thinking this could be a very rare, not a rare autograph, but a tough autograph to know whether or not it's real or not. So what's more real than a signed check? So I got the signed check. I think it's hung up behind me somewhere, maybe not, on my wall. I really thought it was, but doing a quick search, I don't see it. Not that any of you care. So if you want to get an autograph of his, a signed check, they're out there. They're not that rare, under $100. But if you go, let's go into the PSA autograph database. And again, signed baseball, signed bats are a little more expensive, not out of insane price, I would say, maybe 100 or 200, maybe a little bit more based if there's an inscription on it. What I'm always looking for is in the Dickey, and this is a signed bat on the PSA database. I don't even want to talk about this because this is a little bit tougher. Here we go, standard signed check. And again, you're going to see William M. Dickey. He signed all his checks with like a formality, which is fine. But again, we're going to look for here is a couple things. Is in the Dickey, I want to see the Ray signed D, and I want to see the swish in the D. I mean, DeRocher has a very similar D autograph. And in the K, I'm always looking for like a little bit of a K right here, look by an R. You see how he loops it around? It's a really unique loop, and the K should be like the highest by far in here. And I'm looking for the circle right here. So if we go further on, again, right here, it's tougher to see here. This is signed later in life. Again, his hands started to get more shaky as he signed as he got older. So he lived to a very long life. So again, but we're looking for, again, the B up, coming out right here. The D, it should be up, coming out like this. And the K, again, should be the highest letter by far. You sort of can see like a capital R right there and a little like a K right there. It's, again, that's what I'm looking for. Okay, again, later in life autograph. This is real shaky, but again, I still think it's good. The B swishes out, sort of comes back right here. The D, you can see the indentation up, swoops back out, and the K right here. I mean, if I were to buy a Dickey autograph, this is not one I was looking for. Okay, this is definitely an older one. And what's interesting about Bill Dickey's autograph, like I said, and this is in the original book, it's very inconsistent. Like sometimes the I does connect, sometimes the I is by itself, sometimes the B connects, sometimes it doesn't. But again, you're going to see that dip up in the D. You want to see the high D, and you want to see that you see right here that big K with the swooping thing in right there. So again, I don't think anything in here is bad with the PSA database. This is a weird one again with the B. Like usually the B comes. Oops. Let me go back out here to one of these right here. So again, you see how the B comes out right here and the bill's all connected. Now let's look at another later in life autograph right here we were just looking at. It's like right here. Look, the B comes out, but it's not connected. It is connected. It's very tough to get to know what to look for. These are one of those autographs. Again, fortunately, he's not rare, so you just got to get a feel, if that makes any sense. So if you start looking at Dickey a lot, the D is what I look for. The K is what I look for. I mean, there's certain things in the B that are more. So here we go. Look at this. The B doesn't come out. You see how different that B is from this B? And again, I'm not saying one's good and one's not. They're both good. They're just different. But again, the D comes out. This time the I is connected to the C, but you got that little loop inside the K right there. Okay, yeah. Like again, here's like an old contract of his from 1935. You get even the D though. The D doesn't come out as much, but you see that dip right there, and even the K, you can see that little K right there and the R right there. I mean, again, I looked at the outer safe, and they're really good about that, and there's nothing in there, so. I mean, I went on eBay. I looked at all the eBays, the sold, the not sold. I think they're all good. I mean, it's just one of those, get a feel. If you're not comfortable with it, make sure it's certified. I think the TPAs all do a good job with Dickey. God, that sounds wrong to say Dickey. But anyways, I hope I don't get censored by YouTube for saying that. That is his name. So we're going to move from him to like a very tough, and I would say there's a lot of controversy, in my opinion. I'm going to create it with the next guy, and that's Martin Dihigo, arguably the greatest player ever to play the game. But until then, as always, thanks for watching. Hit the like button, and keep collecting.